As said in the introduction, we'll be having questions in sets. The first set of questions will be from the topic absolute value. The first question says, which of these following equations gives the coordinates of two different points, which are both 4 units from the point with coordinate -2 on the number line? Looking at the options, this question falls under absolute value. They want the answer in an absolute value equation. And to solve this question, you need to know the standard absolute value formula, which says the absolute value of x minus a equals d. Now, to best understand these, we can use the numeric values we have in this question. Let's say we have a number line, and here we have -2, which is the coordinate and can also be called the midpoint, from which we have two different points, one 4 units to the left, the other 4 units to the right. Meaning from this point, on the number line, we move 4 units to the left and also 4 units to the right to get the two different points. If we were to get the actual values of these 2 points, it will be -2, you drop 4 units to the left. It's same thing as saying -2 minus 4. That was subtracting 4 from -2. -2 minus 4, you're owing 2, you're owing 4, you're owing 6 in total. That will give you -6. Then to the right, you have -2, you move 4 steps to the right. That if you're moving to the right, you add 4 to the -2. So we have -2 plus 4 would give you, plus 4 means you have 4, -2 means you owe 2. So you have 4, you owe 2. If you pay the 2 you owe from the 4 you have, you still be having 2. So your answer is +2. So here we have +2. So these are the two different points. Note that this is the midpoint or the halfway point. So A represents the midpoint or halfway, while D represents the unit or the units moved from halfway to either the point on the left or the point on the right, which in this case is 4 units. You travel 4 units to the right and 4 units to the left. So your D is 4 units. Your A, which is the coordinate of the point halfway, is -2. And your X remains an unknown. So we can write this as absolute of X minus, there's a minus here, then A itself represents -2. This is the technicality in this question. A itself represents -2. So you have -2 equals D is 4. So you have 4 here. So we have the absolute of X minus -2 equals 4, which further simplified, you have absolute value of X. When you have two negatives together, you resolve it into one. Negative and negative gives you positive. So you have +2 equals 4. So the answer to the first question is the absolute of X plus 2 equals 4. Here you have the technicality in the question. Some might just simply jump on it and might have picked C as their answer, which is wrong. The answer is D. So the answer to the very first question is D.